Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Bruins will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that. The 17. So the Syracuse Orange will go on offense first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's McMillan. Fires to the big fella. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Oh, he's got a chance. Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to get this guy running the football and keep this defense on their heels.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. No matter the sport, he epitomized a UCLA mantra, be quick, don't hurry.
I mean, what a great job of being quick off the ball. Defensive lineman, you got to be quick off the ball if you want to be disruptive, get in the backfield, and get to the quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The corners are walked up tight. Looking downfield, it's McMillan. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. That sends a message that this offense is going to attack downfield.
And I like this offense coming out being aggressive, attacking the middle of the field right away, way down the field on this first drive, just letting this defense know we're coming to score points.
Lets it go to the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want...
Touchdown, Syracuse! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So UCLA's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make it? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups? Or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy because he is...
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
That's a nice looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back for UCLA, and you know he's smiling down from heaven watching that last carry.
Catch in the middle. It's long. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. A first down for the offense. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Got him downfield. There he goes to the right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, UCLA.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off play action on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Leaves it with the back. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Orange trying to come up with an explosive play to convert this third down. Looking for a crease. It's Hardy. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Orange will have to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll start this drive from the 42. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. He might want another play. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Six propane. Cooler. Might as well give it to him again. Turning it on. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Tennessee opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking to pass. It's McMillan. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hardy.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
He makes the catch. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He'll pull it down. Got the first himself. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. Syracuse right back at it.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Syracuse looked to be in dire straits to start this drive, but now they've got some room to operate. Running to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him. to get in the backfield and make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to throw, it's McMillan. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Orange.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he made the extra point without problem. They marched 79 yards on the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
On the move. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. All wideouts, no backs. Might be changing the route. Back to pass. They're working that left side. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Going for it all. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. So now it's second and long. From the gun, running back gets the give. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Massey. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
This guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Bruins are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to fire. Looking for the goal line. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Charging forward on the sneak. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The play action fake. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
Man, that stings. You go all the way down the field, you get a 4th and goal situation, and the offense comes up small. The defense gets the sack. No points for you.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes.
You know, as an offense, you've got to do a better job pass protecting, and you've got to start thinking about max protection at this point of the game, because if you don't get hats on hats, your quarterback goes down on his own 2-yard line. You're lucky you didn't give up a safety.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Looking for room. It's Hardy. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Running to Green. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Going right to work up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Massey. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's long. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. They get to him as he throws. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Working that left side. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Touchdown, UCLA! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Dropping back, it's McMillan. Rushes on him. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
Just about set to get this second half underway. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Leaves it with the running back. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
They'll ride the hot hand.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Creates a little space. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Bruins come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Massey. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And the Bruins are flying down the field.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The inside handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. The short hands, it's Massey. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Got a little space. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Bruins will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Massey. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Going for 6. Touchdown, Bruins! Quick strike through the air for the score. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Set for the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to 16. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Michigan came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup. And the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Back to pass, it's McMillan. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. He'll take the deep shot. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
Yeah, and welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Might be calling a hot route. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 1st down here for the offense. Motion from the wideout. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got the back in the middle. Snowed under by the defense.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Wants to throw it. Fires it down the seam. Hauls it in down the sideline. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, UCLA.
To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
But he
You hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
To the air, it's McMillan. Fires deep on the run. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. DB's right up on the receivers. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Syracuse has it in the red zone. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great...
He's looking, pressure's coming in, the pressure gets there, and down he goes, and they won't be able to cut into this lead.
37, Syracuse, 20.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. UCLA will go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Quarterback making checks. To the air on 1st down. Using the quick game. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Calls his own number. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Looking to the end zone, but the pressure gets there first, and the quarterback is sacked, and the two-point conversion attempt is stopped.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
He'll throw on third down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. They've got this game in hand, but maybe there's some bad blood. They want to rub it in a bit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. And that is no good. Had a chance to make this lead 20, but we're still sitting on a 17.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
He wants a big play here late. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone, and time has run out. A strong, methodical, workman-like effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Pollack of EA Sports College Football.